Hey everyone, RG here and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build on the channel. I hope you're all doing amazing today. Yes, I know you haven't got anything from me last week. I actually had no time to build in the game, so I couldn't really release anything, but I'm coming back. Here I am, building like a hurricane. Yeah, not just building, we are remodeling the labs in the game. The one with the get together. What are we talking about, Algie? This is not a get together pack. This is the get to work pack. So in the get to work pack, you have the ability to become a scientist, and I decided that we need to remake it. This is actually, I have a really nice, funny story regarding this lab, because I actually kind of messed up between two labs in the game, but more on that later on. Now, first of all, how are you all doing, my beautiful followers? I hope you all, I really hope you all are feeling good and building and playing and enjoy your time with the new update. Did you get it already? You know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, of course, I'm talking about the new bunk beds that just arrived into the game free update. I noticed that some people not aware of that this is actually a free update. So if you updated your game, or if your game do the updates by its own, make sure to go into the game, go to the base game only. It's a base game update. In that update, if I remember right, they actually did some modification and improvement to the traits. I'm not quite sure about that, but of course, you know, this is a building channel. And yeah, so they did brought a bunk bed into the game, and we're gonna talk about that a bit later on. But first of all, we're making or remodeling the labs in the game, and not just remaking them. I created a nuclear power plant. Now, nothing more iconic than those big gigantic structures or towers, or whatever you wanna call them. No one really know how to call them. But don't worry, because I'm gonna tell you how they call, because I have, actually my father-in-law is a chemist, and he know all the stuff about chemistry and biology and things like that, and actually he told me how they called. Now, they don't really have a specific name, those weird towers. They just called water or cooling water towers, and they have one specific object is to hold and basically cooling water, just like the name states, between the degrees of 40, and try to lower them down. Well, not try, they actually do that, and lowering the water temperature from 40 to 25, 30, something like that. So that is the job of those weird structures that no one really know how they called. And if someone gonna ask you in the near future, just call them those called cooling water towers. Now, this is one of the most iconic thing regarding power plants now, because we are making a nuclear power plant, and you would be surprised because there is actually a sign in the game, came with the Snowy Escape pack, so you must have it in order to have that sign of actually nuclear or radiation location or radiation zone. So I actually took that sign and spread it all over the place, and because I wanted to give the vibe of nuclear one, this is some sort of a combination between nuclear power plant, just the look of it, the general look of it, with those cooling water towers. And of course, it's going to be mixed with rockets or nuke bomb in the middle. You're going to see that in a bit. It's something very, very cool that I created. I actually took a good look on the original labs, just to make sure that I have all the objects that must be in this build in order for it to be fully functional as an active career. So you're gonna have all the things that you used to have in that in the original lab. The one thing that is missing actually is I think the stars, like the stargazer, the one that you can discover stars. So you just can place it on top of the of this building if you want, and bring your Sims over with a ladder. I just didn't like the look of it, and I wasn't thinking that, like, I didn't think that it's gonna be realistic to place a stargazer on top of a nuclear power plant. So I just didn't like the look of it, but I don't think it's a necessary object to like for the lab career. So beside that, you have all the other objects for the lab career, which is the analyzing machine and the microscope that big gigantic microscope, which to be honest, I don't know why we don't have like a small one, like a normal microscope, not a huge one. That gigantic microscope is actually, I think, 2 by 5 or something like that. That's huge. That I actually had to create a full room just for that. And you have the object that, like, the big machine can do brainstorming or whatever. Not quite sure. I, again, never really played the scientist career. I'm not quite sure that I'm gonna like it. I really love, from all the active careers, I most enjoy the detective. I really love that career. I can play it all day. By the way, if you missed that, I actually created a new police station. So it's called the Eco Police Station. So you're more than welcome to go and check it out on the channel. And I remade the hospital if you missed that. I'm actually thinking about remaking the police station again. But with the new bunk beds, I actually have some ideas for new builds, but I'm kind of drifting from my normal talk here. So I'm gonna get to the bunk bed later. So yeah, you can see that I'm trying to give this place a real nuclear vibe with the whole restrictions and restricted areas. That yellow and black really play that part of do not, beware, do not cross that line, stuff like that. And that big gigantic hole that you see right there is not really reachable. You cannot really go into that section. It's only visible, like it's only for the look of it. But actually, this is a debug item that if you don't know, if you look at it, it will, there is a light over there that is working, and sometimes it's like flashing, and it looks like the place is a bit like the place is working but a bit messed up or something like that. Really, really awesome. And in that hole, in a bit, you're gonna see me placing the holders for the nuclear bomb. And right now you can see that I'm creating the launching area, or the launching control panel, control place. And yeah, so I really, really love how it came out, and I really hope that you're gonna enjoy playing it, because again, this is gonna be fully functional. The only thing in the building process here that I did not include is a resting area, like place to go to sleep, because in active careers you cannot stay, you can stay longer to play a bit more, but you cannot stay to sleep. So I don't know why in my imagination, people that coming to an active career, their sim is already like slept all over the night, and he's coming ready to do whatever he does or gonna do in that career. So yeah, there is no resting area, but there is another area on top that I left completely free for you to do whatever you want. You can create over there a place to crash, and you can place there some place to, I don't know, grab something to snack. But you can see that I'm playing a lot with pipes now. With the Eco Lifestyle Pack, actually the ability to create much more realistic builds came to us. And those pipes are some sort of a necessary thing to place in an industrial place. So yeah, I played a lot with those pipes from the Eco Lifestyle in this build. I actually placed many of them behind the water towers, and yeah, I really love them. Funny thing that I actually did off camera, I placed one of the small fountains that you have in the base game inside of the pipes, inside of the connection between two pipes, and it looks like there is a leak from the pipes. I don't know why, I really love that, and I did that off camera. Funny thing, you're not gonna see it over here, you're gonna see it when you're gonna get it into your game. Now, speaking about off-camera editing or off-camera adding more objects into builds, I gotta tell you that sometimes when I'm not recording, I'm getting more creativity out into the build. So sometimes, even though you see me creating something in here, the end product will be a bit different. And you know what? I think it's something in my brain connected to the fact that I'm recording. And while I'm recording, I'm trying sometimes to build fast, and I'm kind of neglecting the creativity inside the build. And because it's mainly, I think it's something wrong with my head, because it's something related to the fact that I just don't want to end up with so many clips to edit at the end. Because just think about it, things like that can take me like in total something like 7 hours. 7 hours in a normal day of building is basically can be 2 days of work, because I'm not, I'm not building 7 hours straight in one day. So when I have so many hours to edit after that, now yes, I'm doing it as a speed build, but at the end, even after 7 hours and even after I'm like speeding up the clips to start editing them, I do end up with 1 hour, 1 hour and a half that I need to start cut out. And because of that, sometimes I'm trying to take outside of the original or the end product of the video. I'm trying to take out some areas that are not that impressive or something that is not that I don't know, innovating or something like that. So I do try to take them out and leave inside the video the things that looks awesome and are the gems of the build. So yeah, you know what? I actually had a thought, maybe because something like that happens when I'm recording speed builds on my PC. Sometimes I'm losing my creativity in some sections of the builds, and that's why I'm editing more stuff to the build off camera. So I was thinking about something, and let me know what do you think about it. I do think about doing some real live building. Now, no, you're not gonna see me on camera, but maybe you're gonna see me building live. So basically, we're gonna do like streams, but on YouTube. Let me know your thoughts about this. This is still something that I have in my mind. It's not that I'm promising you something right now. It is a thought. I want to know, what do you think? Would you be here for, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours with me live, building something together, chatting? Of course, you will be able to ask me some question regarding to the build and maybe of what I had in the morning to breakfast or something like that. But yeah, do you want to see live building just like streams on YouTube? Let me know in the comment section, and we will see. Maybe even I'll do a poll about this just to see if there's gonna be enough audience to do something like that, because I've heard something that YouTube does not really love the fact that people do streams on YouTube, and then it's kind of messing the whole. I heard some things that it's kind of ruining the channel. So I of course I don't want to do that, but I do want to do stuff that you want to see. So let me know, would you be here for 3-4 hours watching me and building with me, stuff like that? Let me know in the comment section down below. So moving on, and I do own you a story about the mix-up between two labs in the game. And for a long time now, I was thinking that I want to remake the labs, but every time when I said, okay, so how do I do that? It's not possible to build on the lab lot. And the funny thing is that every time I kind of mixed up the two labs in the game. There are two labs, one in Strangerville, which you have a lure behind it, so you need to play behind the whole lure of it. And the lab in the Get to Work pack, which is the lab that I'm creating right now. So actually that was the mix-up in my brain, actually. No one else to blame other than my brain, because I was thinking about remaking the lab in Strangerville, and every time when I try to do that, it told me that I cannot do that. And I was actually looking to a solution in forum and stuff like that, and they said that there is a mod that allows you to remake the lab. But at the end I was referring to the wrong lab every time. So yeah, and then one day it hit me. When I was actually playing the game and I wanted to join the the detective career, I was calling the phone with my sim, and then I noticed like underneath it the scientist career, and I said, wait a minute, if we have a police station that I already created or recreated, and if we have a hospital that we created, we must have another lab that we can recreate, right? And yeah, from that point I figured it out, and I noticed that the labs, I was always trying to remake the labs that are not really the labs in the game, but at the end I found the real labs that I need to remake and I wanted to remake for so long time. So after I figured that out and how to recreate the labs, here we are, and I'm creating a new nuclear power plant for you that is gonna replace the old labs. So if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with friends. Bring them over to let them own this lot also. Don't be such a hog. Don't hog the whole building. Give it to them. Give it to them, baby. Anyway, you can see that I'm creating and trying to blend those two fireplaces into some sort of a I don't know even how to call it, some sort of a machine that kind of look like it is related to the whole structure over here, but those fireplaces are actually the activation fireplaces to the smoke that is coming from those towers. So right now you can see that I'm placing those chimneys, and I'm placing them a lot inside of those towers, and I'm descaling them to 0.00000 something. And right now you can see that I'm actually checking to see that the smoke is activated, and it is. So you need every time to activate those fireplaces, or you can bring your Sims over and activate them to be like an automatic activation. But I think that means that if no one is outside, the smoke will not work. From the test that I've done in the game while I'm building this, if you just leave them always working, the smoke will always be like visible. So just light them one time and forget and go. Don't try to do anything with them. Well, you can try to upgrade them to see how it works. I don't think it's gonna work the best, but let me know if you do gonna try to upgrade them. I'm not quite sure it's gonna work the best. I don't know what's gonna happen if you are leaving them like working and there is like a rain or something. Will they go out? Not quite sure. But yeah, those fireplaces are the things that's gonna activate the smoke. So they need to be always activated if you want the smoke to be visible all the time. So as you can see that we got inside of the build, and I don't remember if I said that before, but inside of this build we're gonna have 2 floors that is fully furnished, and 1 floor on top that is empty. As I said, the floor on top, you can do whatever you want with it. You can place them, you can place over there some beds, you can place over there some snacking area or something like that. You can do whatever you want with the upper area, but the first floor is gonna be the floor for more of the office work, the office manager, the office, you know, more for the data input and stuff like that. And the lower area, oh, of course, on the first floor here, you're gonna have also the launching area for the nuclear rocket. So yeah, really cool. So you can see that because I'm building here some sort of an office, I'm trying to give it more of the traditional office with some cases on the tables, of course, some PCs to do some research, some notes, some decoration on the walls. Of course, because we are building realistic, you must have a fire extinguisher, and we have some photos, some files on the walls. Those are the things that are critical when you're building some sort of an office. Always you can leave some chair on the side just to have another person to sit on it. You can see that I'm placing some files on the walls. Not really files, more like blueprints, because of course this is the lab and you need to have some blueprints of ideas or some bombs in our case. And yeah, actually, I really hope that we had much more like blueprints and sketches and stuff like that we can place on the walls. If they're gonna bring something like that in the next kits or something, I'm not gonna be complaining, you know. I think that we're missing some more realistic handcrafted or sketches to place on the walls. Really, I really love those things. I really hope that we're gonna get a bit more variety of them. So yeah, you can see that we moved into the launching area, not launching by eating, launching like the missile. It's gonna be a bit more, I tried to make it look neat. I didn't want it to look like a messed up area. It needs to be like really organized, very high and smart people are working in here. So the whole thing is fully functional, looking good. They have a display screens and some monitors, stuff like that. So this is the whole idea about this room, and of course it's kind of viewing the rocket. It's gonna be funny to place something like this not facing the place where the rocket is gonna launch from, right? So yeah, I really love that small control room, control panel. I don't know how to describe it really. But now we are moving into the lower area, and in that area actually, as I told you, there is going to be, if you are, you know what, first of all, if you are curious what is that weird shower that I'm placing, that is actually a shower that you can only use if you like unlock the level 10 in the scientist career. I believe you need to be level 10, maybe level 8, don't catch me by my word, but I think it's level 10. And it's more of an advanced shower for those who never really used it. It can give you a very high hygienic. I'm not quite sure what else it's gonna give you. I place it over there as some sort of a sterilizer, something like that, that's gonna make sure that you are super clean before you are getting into a hazard zone. So that is the whole idea behind placing it in the entrance area. So you have a place to clean yourself when you're getting inside and outside. Yeah. Now this is more of the, I don't want to call this evidence or something like for aliens or stuff, but yeah, it's some sort of a display area with that bubbly cage inside that I'm gonna stuff soon with a Baby Yoda. I don't know why, I just wanted to stuck one inside. So there is going to be a Baby Yoda inside if you don't have the Journey to Batuu. I think it's Journey to Batuu, or they brought the Baby Yoda to the base game. Not quite sure about it, but yeah, you can see that I just placed the hazard sign. Now those signs are, if I didn't say, they are from the Snowy Escape pack. You need to scroll with the options and you're gonna have that hazard sign. So if you never noticed that, yes, you can create some hazard or places that are like affected with stuff like bio weapons and stuff like that. You can create things like that. You just need to go and find that sign and place it all over the place. So yeah, I really love how it came out, that section. By the way, if you don't know, and that thing again, I did that off camera. I placed a like the yellow and black strip on the ground. Now those black and yellow lines, if you don't know, they are really low, but they are actually working as fences. People do not know about that. They actually work like fences. When you're placing them, Sims will not cross the line. So you need to really think when you're using them, because if you, for an example, want to just place them in an area that you still want it to be usable by the Sims or reachable by the Sims, you need to make sure that one of the you know, that line is broken somewhere, because that line, that yellow and black line, are gonna kind of block it and prevent Sims from going inside. They are actually working like a barracks between the Sim and whatever is inside of those black yellow lines. So make sure to know that when you're using it, because I place them off camera and I prevented my Sims from actually using one of the objects in this build. So I had to remove it, because it took me like few minutes to figure that that's the thing that's kind of blocking it, because they're low but they're still blocking your Sims from going over them. So make sure that you know that when you're placing them on the ground. Now, yeah, so you can see that we're creating right now the greenhouse, which gonna contain some lights that I'm gonna put in purple, I believe, or something like that. Yeah, purple. Yeah, purple. We created purple or pink, whatever you're gonna call that, because this place is the place where your scientist gonna need to grow some objects, and then they can take some samples and analyze them and do the whole thing. And yeah, so you must have a small greenhouse in this build. And as you can see, that we are actually getting closer to the end of this video. You can see right now this is the microscope area, which I try to again keep it neat and simple, and clean, and the whole thing. I really love that small board over there with the notes, and yeah. So we are getting closer to the end of this video. In a bit, you're gonna get the tour. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts about this build in the comment section down below. If you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. Do not forget to hit the like button and get yourself the build from the gallery and tray files in the description down below for 30 days only. Make sure to check out the police station or the hospital that I also created for the activated career, and I hope to see you again in the next time. Until the next time, keep that Sims party going for me, because RGR Gaming signing off.
On 9-9 all the time. Shattered soul, you took control.